Now, if you're listening to this episode, you may be wondering, what is Beizzo going to talk about the Gen Z? What is this guy actually going to say? Because no one has really articulated what Gen Zs are going through and how to better understand them. Now, if you are an employer, you're a parent, you are a colleague to a Gen Z, I think this is an episode that is very good for you. It's going to just shed the light on a few things that you need to understand when dealing with this generation, and also how best to work with them. Let's dive into the episode. This is Beizzo's Kiboozi. Now, Gen Zs are the people that I think start from 2000 or late 90s. And it happens that they are in a different generation, which I will later make you understand more. Now, Gen Zs are people who are constantly under the fire. They are very courageous people, very creative people, and they're also confused. It's one of the most confused generations that we have. The age bracket right now would be, I think, between the people who are currently right now between 16 and 27 there. I would consider those Gen Zs because of the years when they were born. Now, I was having a conversation with some of the baby bloomers and Gen X and the millennials at work, and I realized they do judge a lot the Gen Zs, being that they think we are very entitled people. We don't want to work. We're always on our phones. We're always on TikTok. But there is something you need to understand about this generation. Now, I want to bring it in this sense. There has been the Industrial Revolution, there has been the Information Revolution, and there has also been the Social Revolution. Now, all these have come in the order that I have said them. The Industrial Revolution came before the Information Revolution, and then the Social Revolution. Now, the Industrial Revolution is where we're using machines, do things and all that. People who used to go to work used to go to make money to survive, make money to meet an end during the Industrial Revolution. Now, then we came to the Information Revolution. That's where internet came in. A few of the social media channels came in and all that. And in this Information Revolution, money was to maintain a standard of living. The idea is that you are to go to work to make money. That was to help you maintain the standard of your living. Because here, some people had already gotten some money, and it happens that the world was turning to be a little bit more fair. Then came the Social Revolution. Now, here is where everyone is connected. Everyone knows what everyone is doing. There are more social media platforms. It's more of a generation or a revolution towards society, towards, I could say, communal understanding of ideas. Now, putting that on a hold, because I'll later make it more understandable when I'm talking about workplaces with Gen Zs. The pressure is a lot in the Social Revolution. The pressure is a lot because the Social Revolution, people are doing things to gain purpose, and also to plant themselves in society. They're no longer working for the money because the standard of living has already been put up by their parents, who happen to be maybe millennials or baby bloomers, and they have been in the information revolution where money was to maintain the standard. Now the standard has been maintained. What are people now looking to maintain next? It is their position in society, their purpose in society. Which brings me to what people go through in searching for all that. Now that's where the anxiety comes in, the depression comes in, the burnout comes in. Most Gen Zs have these, I could call them characteristics. Most people are anxious, most of them are falling into depression, and most of them are falling into burnout. And why is this? It is because there is more emphasis on results in the social revolution. People expect the results to come a little bit faster. And a little bit faster means you already have information, you already have everything, people know what you're doing. The age of AI has also come. So we need you to do things faster. And so that's where the anxiety will come in, the depression will come in, the burnout will come in. Anxiety, people thinking that they're going to lose their jobs, the depression coming in, that people are not reaching to the purpose that they want, the burnout being people doing a lot of things at once. It is just because for a Gen Z to prosper right now, they need to know that results are going to be expected from them quick, and some even they expect them to be obvious. That if you left high school, you left the university, your parents who are millennials expect you to make a living in the next 2 or 3 months. And why is that? Because for Gen Zs, we expect results faster. We have to just understand that is how the whole thing is. And so you'll find them seeing that most of them are saying that they are having depression, they're having ADHD, they're having weird diseases. And people will judge us and say, these are artificial sicknesses or things that we never did. We never went through. Most millennials will tell you that. And that is comparison. They are comparing their life to our life, and yet things have changed. Now, the only reason as to why Gen Zs actually do tell people that depressed and this, it's because we are a generation that is more self-aware. Now, we are more self-aware because there has been an information revolution and also a social revolution. And that makes it that you are going to make sure that you know yourself more. Because success right now is based on you knowing what you're good at and doing it well. Now, the other thing I think I should talk about is Gen Zs being tech savvy. Now, some of you think it is laziness for me to be on phone the whole day, or to be on my screen the whole day, or to watch movies the whole day. But there are very many Gen Zs that have built multi-million businesses off their phones, off their devices. And it's not laziness, it is innovation. Because Gen Zs are one of the most innovative generations. And I just call on to you, if you see someone maybe using their phone so much, what, understand why they're using it, so that you understand whether they're using it for the right thing or the bad thing. And in that sense of being tech savvy, you should actually ask for help from them, because man, I just switch on data on my parents' phone sometimes, because I don't know which generation they are in, because I don't think they are millennials. They are before millennials. But I do sometimes just switch on the network, and it feels like a very big thing. So me, I believe their tech savviness should help other generations learn to be more tech savvy, instead of judging them and making it a point to frustrate them on the use of these devices. Now, going to the workplace. Most of them, most other generations think we don't want to work. We just want to sit there and get salary. No, the truth is that we want purpose, and that's all. Purpose and peace. A Gen Z can move from a job to another job if they are not peaceful, if they don't feel that they are peaceful in their mind. And if they are not peaceful in their mind, you're going to find them leave, which a millennial won't do, because for them, the time when they started working, maybe it was during the Industrial Revolution, where money was for survival, or money was to maintain a standard of living. That is information revolution. So for someone who is just trying to make sure that they're in the right position in society, because they are in the society revolution, money may not mean a lot to them. That's why you find the very many young politicians, the very many people who just want to be in a position regardless of the money. Yes, politics may have money, but some people are there regardless of the money. They're there to serve and try to see that we go to the next level, just because they find purpose in that. So Gen Zs, that's the best way you can understand them, or some of the ways you can understand them. They are really a broken generation, and revival is on more of understanding them. Now, this is a few of the things I think you that is not a Gen Z could do to appreciate Generation Z. One of the first things you should do is be curious. Be curious. I've found that many people who are older than us are not curious. They are more critical. They want to ensure that you do something the way they want it to be done. They are not curious to see what is the new way of doing something. And I'll tell you that Gen Zs actually do have a new way of doing very many things. You see, a very lazy generation is a very creative generation, because they don't want to go through the hard hustle of doing the whole assignment or the whole job. So they find easy ways of doing something. So instead of being critical on them, be curious. Try to find out, what are they doing that I can do to help me? I realize that people in other generations that do embrace the creativity of Generation Z do benefit a lot. And why do they benefit a lot? Because it is a very creative generation. It is a very innovative generation. So be more curious and less critical. The other thing you can do is ensure that when you are advising them, you are not preaching. You do not look like I'm inputting this on you, or I'm painting this on you. You need to change automatically, or you need to change instantly. This is a generation that I could say in Luganda has Ntondo. I don't know what Ntondo is in English, but I could just try to describe it as, we have that character that we take things, or we take small things so seriously. If you told the Gen Z that you are stupid, they will go into understanding why did you say they are stupid, and will act otherwise because of what you said. I think that's the exact way Mtondo work. So it is more of like, you pissed me off today, I don't do things for you because you pissed me off. Most times, if it is connected to intellectuality, if you question my intellectuality, definitely I am going to let you be and do a mistake, and even be there to laugh when you make the mistake. That is something that Gen Zs do. So when you're coming to them, come to advise politely, not as though you are preaching to them. That is the best way you can handle conflicts or anything with Gen Zs. Now for Gen Zs, you need to fight for yourself. You need to fight for your mental clarity, for your mental peace, and everything around you. Being a younger generation, most times in the sense of respect, we do leave these other generations to familiarize with us. So we need to stand more on the side of fighting for ourselves, fighting for our mental health, fighting for our mental and physical well-being. I believe when all this is done, Gen Zs and other generations will connect better and help us to have a better community. I believe better community, a more innovative community, will start with Gen Zs. Gen Zs are the future leaders, and so as another generation is phased out, this one will come. And it is through all that we get a new community. Gen Zs need to look for mentors to show them the paths they took, what they took, the things they did to reach where they reached. And if there is a very big gap in the different generations, then the rate at which the world turns around to be better will be slowed down. So I believe if we came together, if we stopped judging them, if we stopped thinking that they are more entitled, and understand that it is in that entitlement that they do know their worth, they do know their purpose, and it's that purpose that will change this world. So let's just embrace it. Otherwise, very many words said, more to be understood on the Gen Zs, more to be understood on other generations. This is a little I could say about it. Until next time, keep it at Beizzo Kiboozi. Thank you for listening. See you soon.